Good day, my SC viewers. This is Nigerian News Center. Let us analyze the recent visit of Obi to the residence of Atiku. And talking about the Labour Party candidate in the 2023 election, I think by now, the information of what actually transpired have gradually started filtering into the public space. From what we can understand in an interview Atiku had with BBC Hausa session the other day, Atiku has revealed that he will likely step down for Peter Obi in 2027. But that didn't come without a proviso, as according to the information, if PDP zones the presidential ticket to Southeast, where Obi hails from in 2027, Atiku says he's ready to step down and support Obi. To join me in this conversation is a renowned political affairs analyst, Mr. Chinedu Michael. Mr. Chinedu Michael, how did this come to you?
Good morning, viewers. Yes, we've been kind of having a lot of expectation in that regard. So a lot of people, we are also having a lot of background meetings, in that regard. I remember what recently the Pato Tommy, he's a Nigerian patriot, a businessman, and an educator too. He was busy pushing for a mega merger of political parties, considering the fact that this present government today have really not, shown leadership, in the way it's supposed to be, and Nigerians are feeling they are not actually connected to the APC administration. So the disconnect, I think, is okay for, it's a welcome development. Given the Obi rising popularity, both in the northern part of the country and, of course, without being told, we know all what happened in the southern part of the country during the 2023 presidential election, which was believed and that Obi actually picked that election. And Obi himself said it recently that INEC is not really a major problem in Nigeria, but the judiciary. And of course, a lot of people concur to what Peter Obi said in that regard. But if you see something we need to take away from a man, like I always said, has so much influence and well respected across board. Is a man of many parts. Talking about renowned and well celebrated. He's a celebrant too. Talking about the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar. He has shown patriotism. He has shown that he actually means well. He has shown that he's ready to shift ground, give space, because of the kind of quality, competence he has seen in the former Anambra State Governor, talking about Peter Obi. And there was a kind of, wide jubilation, among the obedience. But the speculation, as the thing continued to unfold, we saw the likes of Saraki, we saw the likes of Sule Lamido, a former governor, I think, from Jigawa State or thereabout. We saw some big political pillars across board, who have shown support for what is actually going on, but what that has not been revealed to the public glare is whether it's going to be on the platform of Labour Party, whether it's going to be on the platform of PDP, whether we are going to see a fresh party, that will be spearheaded by Obi ahead of 2027. So Atiku, he still holds his ground. This is a man that that's what they call integrity. He has maintained his stand, before the 2023 election, where he said, if PDP actually mean well, that they should zoned the ticket to the southeast, and he still said it that this time around, if they do the normal thing, of course he has no option. That he's not looking at anybody. And Kwankwaso too has showed interest in Obi. So a lot of big names are showing interest in Obi. That tells you, Obi has been a man who a character, that actually fits Nigerian vision for a greater nation.
I know when you mention Obi's name, it resonates in Nigerian politics, especially since after the 2023 general election, where he showed strength unexpectedly. But let me quickly ask you, for some people who feel that Atiku may be playing political gimmick, what is your message for them?
That's what I said. How do you now define a man of integrity? You define him. You are not there with him, but you respect him based on he's a man of his word. He stand by his word, irrespective of the storm, irrespective of the pressure, irrespective of his interest. He's a statesman. He wants Nigeria to move forward, and he knows that age is not relatively on his own side, and he's seen Obi as a potential power horse that would drive Nigeria to come 2027. So he based on that, I wouldn't say he's playing politics, but he has come to still state his position in that matter, and has been saying it, that it is time an Igbo Southeast produce the president, an Igbo man, from Southeast, and that the president needs somebody from that region, to have a seat. How would I put it? To have a run on the seat of the presidency or as president of this country. So I don't think that Atiku in this regard is playing politics.
Okay, now let us look at, because some people have said that Obi Atiku Kwankwaso merger is going to cause political tsunami in Nigeria, but some supporters of the current administration of Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu have waved it off, saying that even if you have all the opposition political parties coming together, that they cannot unseat Peter Obi. Sorry, they cannot unseat Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu come 2027. Do you think Obi have the magic wand?
Obi has all it takes. You can see it in less than 6 months of picking a Labour Party ticket. You saw the kind of support, that without any money, without people we are donating, people we are coming out, both Nigerians home and abroad, we are just all over. We are just excited. Before you know it, everybody begin to talk about it, that he's obedient. You know what that means? Obedient becomes an obedient movement, not because of money. Nigerians actually saw something maybe any other person is not seeing, especially the Nigerian youth, actually saw something in Obi that made them to see, no, this is the direction we are going. And they defended and they moved towards that direction until, the propaganda came through the judiciary and the INEC, and we are seeing it that APC actually want to still leverage on those kind of money played a kind of game in trying to waive obstruct the process of the electioneering as at that time. So they are not looking at the kind of thoughts or how Nigeria feel about the administration nationwide. They are still capitalizing on the mood of what happened during the 2023 election. But I think there's a little bit shift. People are beginning to understand that, that is the way to go. Like they always said now, APC is a paralyzed PDP, some part of PDP that are paralyzed. The nature of PDP that are paralyzed is what we have in APC today. So it's a paralyzed party, it's a paralyzed administration, they lack ideas, they lack leadership qualities, they lack governance, and thank God Nigeria has actually exposed, of course, Tinubu himself exposed himself. So you can see that all these things that are happening now, is for the glory of Obi, come 2027. So everything is working towards Obi, both man and woman, both God and man too, I believe, are working towards that, because Nigeria cannot stand this kind of administration,
You've got mail.
Brought that has butchered Nigerian economy. Nigeria cannot stand it in another 4 years.
I must say a very big thank you for your time, Mr. Chinedu Michael. I think this is a good place to let it go. But we understand that in Nigerian election or Nigerian politics, democracy, election is held every 4 years. We had one in 2023. We're expecting another one in 2027. So, and going by the Nigerian constitution, as political party elements, stakeholders, I think they have right to determine whether they want to collaborate, they want to synergize, they want to merge, or whatever form they want to come together to fight the incumbent government. We understand that in 2015, before the now APC could oust PDP out of power, all the major opposition parties came together. So whether that is what we are going to experience in 2027, only time will tell. But until that time, I think we have to keep our hands crossed and watch events as they fold up. It's unfold. Thank you for your time. This is Nigerian News Center.